Hello everybody and welcome back to Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson, and today I have got something absolutely amazing to show you and I am so excited this time. Now, you're wondering why I'm standing in this room with a white background and nothing going on. Well, we are in my kitchen and this wall here, I have been looking for a statement plant for so long to fill out this area and make it lush and green from ceiling to the top of this cabinet behind me here. And I found the piece today. Oh my. This was a stroke of luck beyond anything I've had for a long time. Now, I'm just going to get on and show you. I'm going to drag it in. It's in plastic and I've already seen that I need to do some things here, so I'm just going to bring it into the picture so you can see what it is. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at this. Now, I know most of you have guessed already what it is. You can see quite clearly this is a plant that everybody wants at the moment. They are so in, so popular, everywhere, in all sorts of sizes. And today, I found myself a giant beast. This is Monstera deliciosa, but not just any old little Monstera deliciosa that you're finding in your supermarket or in a local shopping centre, a medium size. No, this is a giant, an absolute giant. And the price I got it for, you will never find anywhere just like that again. I was in the right place at the right time, in the right moment, and it was meant to be. It was supposed to be my time to find something like this, a statement piece I've been looking for to put against this wall to fill out this room with green in our kitchen. I paid for this plant, and before you get it out, you can't see the whole size of it. This is a plant that is worth around about 3,000 Swedish krona. Now you can go out and work that out wherever you are in the world, dollars or whatever. Euros, 3,000 Swedish krona, and I got this plant for 895 kronas. Now that was an absolute steal when you see the size of this plant and the beautiful leaves on this plant. The leaves are fantastic. The leaves are full of fenestrations and slits. There's loads of new leaves coming out. There's loads of new branches on it. There's loads of aerial roots all over the place. And I can just keep going on before I even get it out of the package, but I'm in love. She is gorgeous. Yes, she's my queen of my kitchen. She's a queen. Oh, so anyway, before I can put this up on the side and everything, I've already noticed that she's grown way up over the top of her stake. So I have another stake here in my hand that I'm just going to plonk into the middle of that one that's already there so that I will be able to lift her and put her into her space. So the first thing I'm going to do is just open a little bit at the top where there's a bit of tape. I don't want to open it all the way until she's up. I just want space. I hope I can find some space anyway. Maybe I won't be able to do it how I'm thinking. Because when I put it up on the side, I'm not going to be able to get this stake into it. You know what? I'm going to have to open the top. Let's start the grand reveal. Oh, this is just amazing. Amazing. I think we put it together with a bit of tape up here. So I can just, as well, just cut through the tape and it will start opening. Oh, look at these leaves already. Oh, gosh. That is it. Oh, I need to get down to the other side. I can't even reach the top of this plant. Okay, right, here. Here it is. There. Oh! So, right, you can already start seeing how big she is. And before I do anything else, as I said, I just want to put this stake into the top of the other one. I'm thankful that it's a thicker one of these that's already there with a big hole, so I think I can just put this in straight away. Let's do this first. Look at this jungle. I'm just immersed in it straight away. Let's just find that hole. We'll put this in. Where is it? There it is. So that when I put her up, I can start working on all this. Oh, that went in so easily. Thank you for that, because that was so important. Look at those leaves. You can see this is a Monstera deliciosa. Look at those leaves. Look at the fenestrations and all the slits. Oh, anyway, I'm going to get her up now so that we can open up all of this plastic and watch her fold out to her full glory. Oh, this is just so great. Right, I bought me a plastic little pot to put in the bottom because at the moment she's going to be living in her nursery pot, the plastic pot she's come in, and then at some point I will find a lovely pot probably, and then be repotting her into that. But for now, she'll be sitting in this, acclimatizing to this new space, because that's very important. I don't want her to get upset too much. I don't want to disturb her too much. So let's just get on with this. So that's there. Oh no, put underneath. Pass it out. Okay. Oh, time for me to lift. I hope she can fit because I've tested. I hope she's just perfect. Oh, is she? Oh, what's going on? Is that pole in the way or what's going on? Oh, the pole doesn't fit. No. I need to get another pole. Doesn't fit. I need a smaller pole. Ooh. Okay, so this stake here didn't work. It was way too tall. Take that out and test this one. This is smaller, so have a little look. Get in there. Squeeze that in. Just to give her a little bit more because she's grown so much over her stake. So she needs a bit more support here. Okay, right. Now, I hope that is enough. Let's try and get her up again. Oh. She is so heavy. Oh, I'm going to drop her. No. Yeah. Oh. Wow. She just fits. She just fits. I've got to move the camera because I can see you can't see. Just 1 minute. So, my lovely, beautiful Monstera deliciosa is up where I want her to be. Look how big she is. This is really what I wanted, a statement tree piece. And I haven't unfolded her yet, so let's get all that plastic off. See how much I can get off at time here. Oh. Whew, I am just so excited. I'm going to poke my eye out. I am just so excited about this. This is just like, this is my dream come true. Because I've been wanting a Monstera deliciosa, a real Monstera deliciosa for a while, but I've also wanted it to be, if I get one, that it really does look like a tree. And that's what I've got now. So I need to find her best side forward as well, because this might not be, I think the other side, get rid of this. I think the other side is the side that has all the best leaves on it, so I might have to turn her around, we'll see. Let's have a look here. You know what, yes, all her leaves are on the other side, so I've just got to flip her around. As much as I can, I think it's that way. Let's see. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. Oh, let's have a little look. I've got a look. I need to have a little look. Oh, she's really tipping. I've got to be careful here too. Why is she tipping over so much? Oh. Which side is the best side? Let's have a little look. Oh, wow, she's gorgeous. She's just gorgeous. Now, this is a bit wonky at the moment, but I'll figure it out. I'll be able to do something to tie her up. Don't worry about that. I just want to know which way she wants to face to look the best. Look at this big baby piece here. I mean, it's just amazing. I could already do a propagation on that, and I think that is something that I'm going to have to do, but I'll wait a little bit. Again, I want her to acclimatise, but I'll probably be coming back to her doing another video with the repotting and propagations, because she's already at the ceiling. So I'm going to have to cut some stuff from the top at some point anyway. And those big leaves up there are just gorgeous. They are really big, and a lot of them. So let's have a little look. Normal size leaves down the bottom, and so many huge aerial roots just wrapped around all over. But I still need to find out which way is her best face forward. Have a little look. Maybe this way. As she's tipping that way, it might be easier if I put her and let her stay tipping, because then I can get some wiring, tie up onto the walls to be able to hold her up. She's going to need that as well, I'm sure. I like this side. Actually, look at this aerial root here in front of this leaf. Beautiful. I want to see all those leaves. Oh, wow. That is a big, beautiful piece up there to be propagated straight away at some point. Oh, can you believe this? Now, I just want to... There are some damaged leaves, and those I can just clip off, and I'm actually going to do that straight away. There's no point waiting, because if you do that, new leaves will grow out. But look at that leaf, it's a total mess. So there's no point keeping that down the bottom there. And there's a couple here, like this one, just to show you her beautiful leaves. And look, fenestrations and slits, beautiful. Just a couple of leaves around the bottom that are damaged. Obviously where she was, people walking past and touching and all sorts, leaning up against a lot of other plants has caused these bits of browning and damage. But that's okay, because everything else is completely lush and green. There is nothing at all wrong with it up there. So I'll just tidy up a little bit more down here with these young leaves. And some are so low down in the pot that they really don't need to be there. And they're stuck in all of these aerial roots. So, for example, look at that one. Don't need that. There's one here that's not really that nice either. Let's encourage some new growth out of the bottom here. Take that one out too. Yeah. There's one that's yellowing over here. Take that out. And then she is, and there's an old stem here. I just want to take that off because it's got nothing on it. And then she is so good to sit here and start growing beautifully up. Oh, she is just beautiful. She's just so beautiful. I can't believe I found this beautiful plant like this. Just a little bit of maintenance at the same time here, why not? All these old sheaths and things like that, I could just take those off because they're dead, so they don't affect her that much. Getting a whole pile of rubbish already. But just do that so that it looks a bit neater straight away here. Old sheaths. Just take those off. Yeah. Oh, wow. And some of these smaller leaves down here are okay, but they're not necessary. We'll take those off. There's so much life above that looks beautiful. Just check these leaves here. The leaf here at the back in the way. All brown, but again, look at those beautiful slits in this leaf. The leaves that have got the wonderful fenestrations, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 10 fenestrations in a leaf or something like that, they're all at the top. There's one here. So all the much more mature leaves are up here, and they are just huge. They're just huge. And there are baby leaves coming out there and up there. Absolutely amazing. And these aerial roots. Now, I need to try and figure out the aerial roots as well, because they've been all wrapped around each other. So I'll just bring you down to the bottom again for a little bit so we can have a look at these aerial roots. So when I bought her, the aerial roots were just wrapped all around the pot, so I need to get those unwrapped so that we can see how they look and where they should be, because I actually want these trailing down the side. It looks actually really nice and cute. This is part of what happens with these plants. Aerial roots, so they can find moisture all around. Oh, some of them have just been placed in there so they've actually grabbed into the soil again. There's a long one here, hanging. And that is a little bit rotten at the end, so I just cut the very end off. Don't want anything to happen with rotting. And there's a lot of other ones that are just beautiful. They don't need moving. There's a dead end here. They don't need moving. Some of them. There's one here that I can have hanging down here. I don't know if it's damaged. Some of them are pretty damaged now though, so I don't know what the best thing to do with them is, but for now I'm just going to let them trail down by the side. Dust off. So I can put her in the middle of this, where I want her to be. Yes, that was good. So I'm actually glad now that the stake is actually leaning a little bit forward, because it's given the plant a lot more space behind, because it's growing out that way and it's growing out this way. So now I've got lots of space, and this pot is very heavy, so I don't need to worry about this plant toppling over. It's not going to do that either. So I'm really happy about that. And starting to get there now. Just looks absolutely gorgeous. And it hasn't been touched for a while. The plant centre where I bought this plant had been sitting there for a while. Very, very happy. A lovely big greenhouse. It was elevated. It was close to where there's a lot of light. Not direct sunlight, of course. Indirect, bright light. And it has just taken off and become a monster. A real Monstera deliciosa. See about these roots, if there's anything else I can do, or if they are rooted into the soil again. Well, the rest of those roots, they're just all rooted in there. So we'll leave them as they are. So the roots that are hanging down here on both sides, they can hang down and give this plant a little bit of extra interest around. It's kind of just interesting to see them and nice. And if they get damaged or anything happens to them, I can cut them back. She's looking so good. All these young leaves down here are absolutely beautiful, and round the back. So I just want to lift the camera a little bit more so you can get to see the whole canopy again. So there she is in all her beautiful glory. Look at this. This is just something I really, really wanted here in our kitchen. Look how much space she's got to grow. There's going to be nothing else here to get in her way, so she can grow and spread out as much as she wants. Maybe I'll put a couple of pictures on the wall or something with time, but I just want to enjoy this. I just want to enjoy the canopy of this plant. I want to see these leaves get huge, full of fenestrations and slits, and I want to be able to take lovely cuttings from this plant, and I can do that already, as I said, because she is literally hitting the ceiling and there are new leaves coming out, so I've got cuttings just waiting to be had straight away. And the aerial roots are fantastic. All she needs at some point soon is a lovely, nice, beautiful pot, so that it really just enhances the overall beautiful look of this plant. Now, I just want to make sure that we're clear that this plant I've bought here, with all these fenestrations and slits and much larger leaves, is an original Monstera deliciosa. Many plants out there are being labelled as Monstera deliciosa when they're in fact Monstera deliciosa variety Borsigiana, which gets leaves that max out around this size, about 30 centimetres, and get a few slits and maybe a fenestration or two, but they don't get a lot. Whereas Monstera deliciosa can get leaves that are as big as a metre big, you know, out in the wild, and even in your home they can get very big, half a metre or so. So this is just a young leaf on my Monstera deliciosa. Another way to identify it is that they get kind of flaps on the petiole close to the leaf that go down, and they're not just round all the way up. And I can see on these plants, they have got these flaps. This one's a bit young, so maybe you can't see it, but there are these little tiny flaps at the top of the leaf. And I can see it on the ones up here, and I can see the many fenestrations and slits, which tells me this is a Monstera deliciosa. So Monstera borsigiana is an absolutely beautiful plant. I do have one green one, I have 2 green ones, and I have 3 pots with Monstera deliciosa variety borsigiana alba variegata. So I have different types, but I didn't actually have a real Monstera deliciosa because I was afraid of the size compared to the space in your home. These plants grow massive, so you need to have space like this. So that is why Monstera deliciosa variety borsigiana is much more popular and much more sold, because those plants don't get massive leaves that are just going to take over everything. They stay kind of manageable. And of course, your Monstera deliciosa you can keep very manageable. You just keep propagating from it and keep it the shape you want it to be. That's fine. But I want mine to be a jungle, which it is now already. I got this plant at a steal, people. I got this at the best price you could ever imagine for a plant this size and this mature. I am so happy. I just can't stop looking at her. I love her. I am just over the moon. I know I've said it 1,000 times in this video. I've said it so many times I can't stop. But it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So now what I need to do is, I'm not going to water her in any way. She needs time to acclimatise, but I do need to really rinse off all the leaves. So I'm going to spray them all off very well now to get rid of dust and anything else that could be lying on them, to give her a fighting chance in her new environment. I will definitely be doing that. And then I'm going to take you in for a closer look at all those leaves at the top that you can't see very well here at the moment. So there she is. This part of our kitchen, we call our little cafe area, we call it Veil. And we just use this side here when we're sitting and drinking a cup of tea and want to have a little chat. So now on top of the side here, we have space to have our tea still. And then we have this beautiful canopy over us. And it just reminds us of being in Thailand. We've travelled up in the north of Thailand, in Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. I've been in Bangkok many times, and we've travelled around, and you see beautiful plants like this in Thailand, so many places. And now we can just sit back here and relax and look up at this beautiful queen here. And yeah, I just feel like I've been transported back to Thailand just like that. This is an absolutely fantastic, amazing example of a Monstera deliciosa. I just cannot believe I found it like this. It's huge. And when I take you in for the closer look, you're really going to get to see how huge she is. She's magnificent. And those leaves at the top. So, until I get another pot, I've just put a cozy blanket around the bottom so that she looks beautiful when we go in for the closer look, because she deserves it. And I've sprayed her off, and now you can go in and see the bargain I got myself today. Unbelievable. Don't expect to go out there and find one of these at that price, people, that easily. They cost thousands. I was just so extremely extra lucky. And as I said, I have enough to make myself some propagations, because she is probably going to grow out so much more next summer. And at the top, the trunks are so thick, so they're going to be beautiful big plants in their own right straight away when I get to doing that. So let's go in for a closer look. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing this beautiful Monstera deliciosa close up. That's all I have for you for this video, this raiding the rack video. One plant, one beautiful plant when I was out there raiding the rack, and well, what a beautiful plant I came home with. So thank you very much once again for watching Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when my next video will be uploaded, and I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.